Hi, I'm Wahida Finley, anxiety and panic attack specialist. I've got a case study today. I've just finished with a client and I had to do a quick recording about this because it is significant. It is life-altering therapy that he's had. Every client that I see has different levels of anxiety or panic attacks, and it limits their life in various ways. But this particular gentleman had agoraphobia for 10 years. He was unable to leave the house. He couldn't go past his end of his road, if you like. So as soon as he did reach the end of his road, he would get stomach pains, churning, dizziness, fainting, and having to run back home. So he couldn't go out. He didn't go mix amongst people. He didn't go to relatives' houses or meetings, appointments. He did everything at home. And that's how he lived. He just couldn't go on holiday or anything. Whereas a long time ago, he used to be able to do it. He's had anxiety for 14 years, but he's had agoraphobia for 10 years. And this is the way he's been and living at home and in this way. And he's had lots and lots of therapy over the 10 years, every type of therapy going, and he's done lots and lots of research. So when he found me in, I think, November, he decided to work with me and then he cancelled. I think he didn't believe me. He didn't believe that it would work. So because I treat people really, really fast, like in 4 weeks or 6 weeks. And one side of him didn't believe it. So he was very skeptical about it. The other part of him was scared to get better. And he said to me, if I'm better, I don't want to go in the cold. It's too cold. I feel comfortable being at home. So I'll do the therapy when the weather's better. So I let him go and I didn't think he'd be back, but he did come back. We've just finished the 6 weeks of therapy, which was spread over a longer period of time as we were leaving gaps. And I'm doing this video just so you can understand about brain change, about rapid change, using brain techniques, using EMDR, eye movement, using hypnosis, and using lots of different levels of brain states that I use to rapidly change someone and help them to let go of their fears. I'm not a solution-focused therapy. I don't help people just get better. I get rid of the fears and the panic that's happening in the brain, and then I help them to be out in the world. And that's why it's so fast. And that's why it doesn't take months and years of therapy. It just took 6 times. I saw him 6 times online. He lives like 200 miles away from me. I saw him on Zoom like this. So this is a quick video of him talking about it. He didn't want to come on video because he has a business and didn't want anyone to know, but we thought it would help a lot of people that have it and have this level of agoraphobia, of fear of going out, fear of open spaces, some of them that can't leave their home. And if this can help anybody be free and be able to do all the things it can do, then this is why I've done the video. Thanks for watching. Hi, I've got my client Salek with me. Hi, Salek.
Hi, Wahida.
So Salek has just been to see me for 6 sessions of therapy, my anxiety gamma brain reset method. So we've done it over 6 weeks because Salek had a lot of agoraphobia and hasn't been able to leave the house a really long period of time. So do you want to tell me how your life was before we met and how long, and describe some of the things that's been holding you back?
Yeah, so I've had an anxiety issue for a while, and slowly, I'd become agoraphobic and just started to add in, small safety measures where I just felt comfortable staying home. So I was being restricted in going out, and working from home didn't really help that situation. Yeah, so that was my situation. I'd become kind of afraid of the outdoors.
Yeah. So you didn't like to go to busy places, you didn't go out to eat, couldn't go on the train, couldn't go to other towns?
Just the thought of going out the house would bring me out in sweats, and I'd have bowel turns. Yeah, so it made me kind of cripple me to some extent, that I just felt really uncomfortable going out at all. So
Yeah.
everything, yeah, it was
So you
impacted in every way.
yes.
Yeah.
So you stayed home most of the time if you
Oh
tried it
yeah,
hard?
yeah,
Yeah. And
absolutely.
how many years has that been that you've been like this?
For about, initially probably about 14 years, but when I kind of got diagnosed with the issue, it's been about 10 years
10
since
years, but
2013.
14
Yeah,
years you've had anxiety, and about 10
yeah.
years you've been agoraphobic properly?
Yes.
Say, yeah. And then the therapy, you've had loads of therapy. Can you quickly show me your notebook that you've been, Alec's been keeping a notebook of all his little journey and all the different therapies he's had, what he's been learning. Got a beautiful notebook from what year? So flick through. We've got loads of pages of all
2013 onwards, all these notes.
Different therapies. What therapies have you had?
Ranging from counseling to sessions to CBT, exposure therapy, psychodynamic therapy, and a lot of my own stuff that I've done through. I'm not sure if I should mention the methods, but
you've been researching. You've had books. He's been getting books out and saying, "I've learned all about this," haven't you?
Yeah, absolutely. Because to me, it was all new. I've always been a confident person. I've traveled half the world, and so I've not had any issues like this in the past. So when these feelings came, I didn't recognize them for what they were for about 4 years. So it was a friend of mine that mentioned, well, have you thought about mental health? And, us being men, being kind of, alpha male and everything. I was doing kickboxing in my earlier days. I was playing league football, just, no issue about going out or anxious situations.
Yeah, but this having anxiety made you stop exercising and sport because of your heart beating fast. You were frightened of your heartbeat going fast.
Absolutely.
That getting tired easily. Yes, you contacted me like 6 months prior as well, and then decided you didn't want to do it because you didn't want to go out or too frightened to go out, wasn't it? Something like that.
There was the apprehension. I'd become so comfortable in being home that I was fearful of getting better. I'd got to that state. It was initially ticking off all the things that I wanted that made me uncomfortable, to becoming very insular, to the place now that I hadn't been out for about a year altogether, not even out down the street or anything.
No, not even been out the street. So we've just done our 6 sessions. So it's 6 weeks of therapy, but it was spread over time because we kept on leaving 3-week gaps, 2-week gaps. In that time, you had to test it. And so as far as I'm concerned, you are very, very much better now, and you've been doing lots of things. So can you quickly tell me all the little things that you've been doing that's changed your life, that you can do, that you couldn't do before? Let's go.
My sisters were just amazed to see me at their home for a change, instead of me saying to them every time, come to mine, I'm not coming to yours. They may seem small things to people, just getting the coat on and walking out the door was a massive achievement. But I've gone to be on some normality, back to my kind of way my life used to be before agoraphobia.
But you could go to the mosque in a crowd, which you couldn't do before.
Absolutely.
You could go on the train. You went on the train. You went on the motorway. You've driven on the motorway as well a little bit.
Driven on the motorway. We've been down to a holiday for the first time with my wife in, I don't know, however long it's been.
So you went to Exeter. How far away from your house is that?
160 miles.
So you went 160 miles away from home last week. Which you haven't been able to. Is this the first holiday in a long time?
Yeah, and especially without any kind of those negative feelings coming, and the feeling of dread and thinking, where's the next toilet? Where am I going to have a bowel turn? I actually stayed an extra day because I was so relaxed and enjoyed it so much.
Good. So 10 years you've been like this, or 14 years you've been like this, and 10 years agoraphobic, and now you can do all these things. So how has that changed your life?
I can't express it in words. Honestly, I know it's like cliche to kind of say the cliched words, but only somebody else in this situation will understand.
Yeah.
A lot of times my family over the years have seen me, I look healthy, what's wrong with Tata and all of this.
Yeah, but simple things like going to meetings and work things, you just avoided it. So now you can do everything you want to do. So I'm really pleased for you. It's quite emotional as well, because it is different. We looked at the list just now, and it's like you've come a really long way.
I'm not a bloke that easily cries, but at the Jummah, the Friday prayer that I was able to go, I was quite emotional.
Yeah.
So yes, it's been a journey and a half, but a very good one.
So I'm so pleased for you, and I'm pleased for your family as well, that they've got you back and you can go everywhere and do everything that you want to do. Okay, thank you, Salek. Thank you so much.